Alright, I know some of you are having some difficulties with this week's Challenge Rift 25. It is a Firebird Wizard. It is quite unique, the Firebird set, so let's go on in, check it out, and I'll explain what you need to do in order to pass this and pass it easily. So we click on our Solar Mirror here for some more details. Now the Firebird set is all about igniting enemies. So the more enemies you have ignited and they actually aren't killed, the more damage you do. So we need to keep this in mind. The other ultra important item here is the Halo of our Lease. So your Ice Armor now reduces damage from melee attacks by 60% and automatically casts Frost Nova whenever you take 10% of your life in damage. So a lot of you are hesitating and you realize you're taking a lot of damage. It's very squishy, this wizard, and you're dying. What you don't realize is damage is good. You dive into a big pack or teleport into a big pack, take that 10% damage, and Frost Nova is automatically cast, so you've got some time to take these enemies out. It's quite a unique build to play. I don't find it fun at all. I'm not going to try and get some sort of leaderboard time here. I'm just going to pass it with a decent time, easily beating the original runner's time, just so you guys know how to do it. The gear this runner is using is full Firebird set, as you can already see. Some important items to note here. Unity obviously he'll have equipped with the Templar to reduce damage taken, but it's still a very, very squishy build. Stone of Jordan, increasing damage and also damage reduction. The Sword Death Wish, while channeling Arcane Torrent, all damage is increased by 277%, so damage increase because we're going to be channeling, Arcane Torrent pretty much the whole time, or whenever we're trying to do damage. And very important, Etched Sigil. Now, what this does is, as we're casting Arcane Torrent, it'll actually automatically cast Meteor for us. While channeling Arcane Torrent, you can also cast one of your other damaging Arcane Power Spender. So the only Arcane Power Spender we have is Meteor, and that's why it'll automatically cast. So don't worry too much about casting Meteor when we get in there. We just pretty much want to keep channeling Arcane Torrent, and that'll do all the damage. Other than that, we have to focus on surviving, moving, and trying to make sure that enemies are burning as we're doing so. Sounds challenging, doesn't it? It is. In the passives, we've got the Grand Vizier, Nilfur's Boast, and Halo of our Lease, which I've already mentioned, a very, very important skill, legendary skill we're going to be using there. The skills, Arcane Torrent, Teleport, Ice Armor, Magic Weapon, Familiar, and Meteor. The passives, Illusionist, Blur, Unwavering Will, and Audacity. So what we want to do when we jump into this Challenge Rift is automatically, or straight away, hit 3 buttons at the same time. We want to cast Ice Armor, Magic Weapon, and Familiar straight away, and we want to make sure that we keep them up throughout the Challenge Rift. Then we're going to teleport into packs. Once we take that 10% damage, Frost Nova will be cast because of Halo our Lease, and then we just want to keep channeling Arcane Torrent. What channeling Arcane Torrent will do is automatically cast Meteor. You're going to be tempted to press Meteor and spam it. You don't need to. This is just there so it automatically casts for us, so the Etched Sigil comes into play. That's pretty much all it's there for. You can just ignore it. It just has to be in the skills bar in order for an Arcane Spender to automatically cast. So we just want to be channeling Arcane Torrent. As we take damage, we can teleport again. So keep that in mind. If you're in the middle of a pack and Frost Nova wears off, you're taking damage, teleport out and continue channeling Arcane Torrent, and that'll keep blasting away with Meteor. And that is it. It's going to be nice and simple. It's one thing to explain what to do and a completely different thing to actually do it. So let's just go in and do it. Smash this other runner's time and then go to work today. Alright, so once we're in, bang, we want to cast those 3 skills, just like I said, and then start channeling Arcane Torrent. You can see Meteor automatically casting, and enemies do take a lot of damage. The only issue with this Challenge Rift is, and this character, we take so much goddamn damage, you can die so easily. Dying is like normal for this Challenge Rift. If you're really good, you can avoid it. Going well so far. And remember, try and keep enemies burning. Like, see how I just left those guys burning? Just leave them. Just let them burn. The more that are burning, then the more damage will be multiplied as we progress to elite pack. So it's all good. Leave some burning and just keep moving. If you time it well, you can pretty much teleport right into a pack, channel some arcane torrent, get your enemies burning, you'll take some damage, frost nova so you survive, and then you can just teleport right out of there. See, those elites just get down so easily, you just keep on moving. These guys here, like I just cast arcane torrent, get them burning, and just teleport out of there, move it into elite packs. No! So part of the Firebird set is every 60 seconds. If you take fatal damage, then you become immune to damage and you cast this big meteor in your place. However, that only happens every minute, every 60 seconds. So we've got to focus. We can use it to our advantage. I wouldn't go trying to die on purpose just to take advantage of that damage. It's not that great. It's just handy in order to save us time so we don't die and have to resurrect. There's 2 elite packs coming up here. And the blue progression bar you see is me actually trying to beat my other time, which was like, what was it, 4:41? I'm going to beat it this time. I know that I will. We're actually moving quite well. Move! Alright, alright. So many orbs. So as you can see, I start enemies up, I burn them. There's an elite up here, up the stairs. There's also a pylon coming up. Make sure you grab that pylon. Nice little pack to burn. Pylon, teleport on down the stairs, and keep on moving. Another pack down here. And see what I mean? Like, the more enemies that are burning, your damage is just multiplied just enormously. Gargantuan proportions. Oh, come on, move. Get out of there. Stuck. Grab another pylon, keep moving. So now we're moving a lot quicker. Teleport up here. Just burn some enemies, keep going. Elite pack, I remember, is right up here coming up. Once you get used to this and realise how it works, it's actually super easy. I haven't even died yet. A lot of people are claiming it's too hard, they keep dying. Like, you just have to understand the skills and how to use them to your advantage. Like the Frost Nova thing, a lot of people sort of hesitate, and that's why they take a lot of damage and die. Just get on in there, and you'll freeze them, and you have enough time to kill them. Alright, 55 seconds to go. Now this floor here, floor 5, there's a lot of density, as you can see. It's everywhere, and this is like pretty much guaranteed that you will summon the Rift Guardian here. I've got some orbs I need to collect. Come on, boy. So we've already smashed this other person's time. It was like 6 minutes, what, 50 or something like that. I got 4 minutes 41. Now we're gonna look like we're gonna get into the 4 minutes 30, early 30 seconds by the way that we're moving. Rift Guardian will pop soon. And all you pretty much need to do when you're not focusing on survivability for your damage is just channel Arcane Torrent. Look at that. Look, the Rift Guardian just died like nothing. It's just so easy. You do awesome damage, but you also take a lot. So just be careful, and that is how you do it. Make sure that you use that Halo Elise to your advantage. Make sure that you keep in mind you need to get enemies ignited for huge damage for the wizard, and other than that, use your teleport to get out of there when you're taking a lot of damage. Be smart, don't stand in elemental damage when it's cast on the floor and stuff like that. It does take a bit of concentration, but that is how we do it. We smash the time quite easily. Please, please, please make sure you come back again and visit your Uncle Banning 13 real soon. If you really can't handle or fathom the thought of going to bed without my face there, you can always subscribe. That is optional. Subscribing will allow you to view so much of my content. It's not funny. You'll be sick of me before you know it.